Hello and welcome to Amby Marie Knits. This is Amber. Welcome to episode 60. Today is July 5th, 2024. To celebrate, I hope you had a happy Independence Day last night and all of your animals are okay. I know that can be rough on them. This is a YouTube channel about crafty stuff, mostly knitting, also crochet, spinning, yarn dyeing, and sewing. This one's probably going to be short and sweet because I didn't do a ton this week, but I did do a ton. So we're going to start with what am I wearing? This is the Tolsta Tee by Rebecca Clow. And I started this about 10:45 in the morning. No, it's 11:45. I wrote it down. Yep, 11:45 in the morning last Friday. And I finished it about 9:30 this morning. And finish is a loose term. Have not been blocked. I've woven in all the ends except for this one right here. But I have not snipped all the ends because I won't snip them until I block them. Let's talk about it a little bit. So the Tolsta Tee is a very versatile raglan tee. You can do it in fingering weight or DK. I did it in DK. This yarn is Cascade Hampton. It is 70% cotton, 30% linen. I don't know what the color is. It's always numbers on there. I follow the pattern mostly, so some changes that I made. The cast on, and I'll tell you a bit more about this in a minute, but it has you do cast on and then do ribbing. I did not do ribbing, I just cast on the number of stitches for my size and then continued on in the pattern. I made the sleeves a little bit longer, and then I made the body a little bit longer too. So it's right there. I don't know if cotton grows or not. I haven't done a lot of stuff with cotton. The reason why this though is I don't know if I like the neckline. It's not bad. It looks okay, but it's a little bit higher than I wanted. I kind of wanted it just a little bit lower. So when I picked up for the neckline, I did an I-cord border, but I picked up every 3 out of 4 stitches is what I picked up around. And I think I would like it better if I picked up 4 out of 5. So I just have to worry about the I-cord and re-pick it up and do it. That won't take me too long. So I thought I'd kind of wear it and see how I like it before I do that. And I'm really leaning towards doing it because what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to do it and decide that it's too big of a neckline and have to redo it like this again. That's fine. It's a cool thing about knitting. We get to do what we want with it. Things that I did differently. Actually, so I know this is cotton, but it's still DK and it's hot, especially because I turned my fan off because I'm recording. So hold on. Okay, we are back. I'm much cooler. Okay, so I did things a little bit different. So on the sleeves, I used the CordSmith. Oh, let me show you the CordSmith. It is this cool gadget that I got for Christmas. Love it. Makes an I-cord. And you can use it for I-cord bind-offs. So I did that for the sleeves. Makes this I-cord. So upsides and downsides of using this for I-cord, like for binding off. Just a regular I-cord, I love it. Not as crazy for using it for the bind-offs, but I did. One thing is it's tight. So here is the bottom where I just used the size needles I was using to do the bind-off. This is the bind off on the sleeve. So let me see if I can see the difference on them. Some of that's weird because that's where I sewed it together, but so, and also you'll see those little holes on there, which I don't mind how that looks. It's okay. But when you're doing that bind off, you can't just do every stitch. It'll be too tight if you do that. So you do a stitch and you can do in between. And it's okay, but I wasn't really crazy how that looked. But I did do both sleeves that way. But for the hem and the neckline, I just went ahead and did a regular I-cord bind off on them. But as far as this pattern goes, I love it. I want to make another one already. I haven't figured out what yarn it's going to be in. But it was fast. I mean, I did it in a week. And I did work on other things. Not a lot. But I did work on some other things. And yeah, I'm just excited to get this blocked so I can wear it. So that is my only FO. Sorry, what am I wearing? Also transition to finished objects. So this is wearable as is, so I consider it a finished object, even though it's not blocked and I have a little end left. It's fine. So that is my finished object. Oh, I forgot to turn the air conditioner off. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry, lots of interruptions today. It's life, it happens. So, Tolsta Tee, only finished object this week, but let's get into whips. So, the next whip is the Tolsta Tank, also by Rebecca Clow. This one is bottom up. Hold on, I lost a... Hold on, that didn't work. I lost one of my stitch stoppers. I'm using my Knotty ones. But I can't find the other one, and it's not in the bag. This is a bag by Stitching Plaza. Love my Lisa Frank. But okay, pattern. So this is where we're at so far. Yarn is Birthday Bash by Super Glow. Yes, by Super Glow. Looks so good. This is it in the skeins. I am helical knitting. I'm doing the helical where you slip 3 stitches. You drop the current yarn, slip 3, go with the new yarn. I did a provisional cast on, which the pattern did not call for, but I just, for yarn management purposes, I just want to make sure I can come back. And yarn management, and it's bottom up, I want to make sure the length is right. Look at me. I actually put a stitch marker in. Let's see, can I hold this right? Okay, this, by the way, this is one I got in my sock thing from the holidays. It is a corner of craft. So I was right here, I got to here. I did a lot. I really feel like I did a lot on this. Let's take this one out. That was just how much I did the other day. We're going to put this in, because we all know I'm not good at putting the stitch markers in. But there we go. I did it. It's in there. So this again here. So this one I'm using kind of a 30 minutes a day type thing. Not really. When I'm at work, I work on it till lunch. How much I get done depends on how busy we are. But it's getting there. I think I'm close to halfway before I start getting to do something interesting. So it's just round and round right now. But okay, that's this one. The next whip we're gonna show is my socks. So this is my 3rd pair for summer sock camp. I completed the heel. Last week I was halfway done with that shadow wrap heel. I am now completely done with the heel, and I've done like 2 rows after the heel, so that's really all I did is complete it. This yarn is dyed by me, shadow wrap heel, size 1, 2.25 millimeter needles. This is 64 stitches, 25 for the cuff, 30 for the leg. That's all I got. So yeah, that's getting there. That's my on-the-go knitting. I just haven't had a chance to work on that, and quite frankly, I was excited to make a top in a week. So next up is, and my last whip that I have worked on is my Glass Cardi. Definitely slowed down on this one. Again, the Tolsta Tee had something to do with that, but it's still looking pretty good. Oh, hold on. Okay, so this is the Glass Cardi by Wool and Pine Designs. I need to try it on at some point. Here we go. I don't think I put a marker in last time, but I was approximately here. Because I think, yeah, I think I'd split for sleeves. So I've done most of that on there. I'll show you the back. Look at that. Doesn't that look so good? And here's my floats. I showed them last time. Doing pretty good. I'm happy with this. I just slowed down on it. I don't know. For some reason, when you're doing the raglan increases, it goes faster. And now that I'm on the body, it's like, okay, we'll get there. I don't know if I showed this last week, but how I'm managing my yarns. Yeah, I did. I've got the giant basket. It's working pretty well for me as far as keeping things moderately organized. So that is all of the whips that I've worked on. Of course, I have more, but that's what we're working with right now. That's it for knitting. Now we're going to go into spinning / acquisitions. Mainly because the thing I spun this week is also what I got in. So, hold on. Okay. Hopefully the last time I get up. So, after I recorded last week, like an hour or two after I uploaded, I got in the fiber I was waiting for. So I'm going to put a picture of it right here because one of the pieces do not look the way that it did when I got it in. But I ordered from Spun over the rainbow. They're out of Canada, and oh my gosh, I love their stuff. So this one, wind this a little bit. This braid is Berry Crush. It goes from the black. I am going to do a fractal spin on this. That is my goal. I just want to practice a little bit more because I can spin fine once I break it into little pieces, but when I have the big chunk, I'm having a hard time being consistent on that, which I know is normal, just practice. But here's this one. And Tour de Fleece started since I've seen you last. And I spun the other one, which is called Pop Peacocky. And I haven't watched it yet. But look at that. I'm going to undo this. Time that it took me to spin this. So I am doing short forward draft is pretty much the only thing I know how to do right now. And that's fine. I'm okay with this. Okay, we'll get that in a second. So that's what I'm doing on this. I made a 2-ply. It's beautiful. I love it so much. So time that it took me to do this, because I did keep track. So Virginia, she owns a Mad Knitter Yarn, my local yarn store I go to. She made this little calendar thing. And I'm just using it to track what I'm doing each day. So I did 1, 2, math is hard. It took me about 3.5 hours to spin this. And then about 40 minutes to ply it. So I still have to wash it and set the twist and stuff, but it's so pretty. Superwash merino. This is also a superwash merino as well. So yeah, I'm having fun with it. I did yesterday, I didn't spin much, but I did practice chain plying because that's something I want to learn how to do. So I only did it for like 10 minutes. It wasn't a lot, but it counts. So that's all the spinning I've actually gotten done. I am planning on starting later today the next thing I'm going to spin, which is some, guessed it, the Fiber Genie. Colorway name is Color Splash. I've already got it kind of wound up because I'm planning on doing that here in a little bit. It's these beautiful, kind of makes me think of oceany colors. A little bit of oranges. It is merino and bamboo. I'm pretty sure the sparkly in there's bamboo. So that's the next thing I'm going to spin. And I'm going to spin this one. And then I am going to spin the other one, the BFL Silk. And then I am going to apply these two together because I think that would look really cool. And I'm experimenting. I found a coupon code for Craftsy, and I've been watching a lot of the spinning, plying videos that they have on there because they seem to have quite a few different classes on spinning, and it helps. The most recent one I was watching today was Felicia Lowe of Sweet Georgia Yarns, and it was about like the color theory and how to like manage your colors and stuff while spinning, as well as plying to some extent, and not planning necessarily doing any of that at the moment, but I really like having that knowledge. So if I do need to manage, control, I'm not quite sure the words right there, the colors, that I'll have the knowledge and how to do so. So that's pretty cool. So that's spinning and my acquisitions. What else do I have for you? Books, which I forgot to write down. So we're going to pull up Goodreads real quick. I did finish the last Harold Mage series by Mercedes Lackey, so we're done with that. Then random Kindle Unlimited recommendations. I love having Kindle Unlimited because that means I always have an option for something to read. But it showed me another Heather G. Harris series. That's the author that did the Other Realm series that I just finished. So I thought, okay, I'll start this. So it's the Portlock Paranormal Detective. So it's Heather G. Harris and Gillian Dolbear. It's still written British, which is cool. The first one I finished was a little prequel, The Vampire and the Case of Her Dastardly Death. And then I am currently reading, I know how to use my phone, I swear. There it is. The Vampire and the Case of the Wayward Werewolf. We're gonna do it this way. No, I don't like that. I'll put a picture in there of it. So it's a Portlock Paranormal Detective, and it's not bad. Very similar to the Other Realm series. A little bit more detective-y based. Like, she becomes a vampire, and then she goes to Alaska and helps out in the police department. So she's solving crimes. It's empty. I'm going to keep reading it. I'm probably going to start reading something else as well soon. I don't know what, though. If you have any recommendations, I read fantasy, paranormal, urban fantasy. Romantasy is okay as well, I guess. Just anything in that genre. So put me a book recommendation down. I'd love to hear what everybody else is reading, even if you don't like those genres. Tell me what you're reading right now. That's it for books. Lastly is my garden. And my cucumbers are wild. We had some storms last night, and when I walked outside this morning, one of my tomatoes was, put a picture right here of it. It's better now. I got the cage tied to my fence now, so it's not going anywhere again. But the tomatoes, my Romas, I actually have tomatoes on there now. The big boy or whatever the other one is, the plant's huge, but there's flowers, but there's no actual tomatoes on it. And the bottoms still look kind of rough. So if I get tomatoes, cool. If I don't, at least I have jalapenos, peppers, and cucumbers. That's really all that matters there. So a little bit of a shortened one, I think. I just didn't have as much this week because all my time was into this. But I'm still so happy that I got it done. Very, very pleased. That's it. Please comment, like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend and your temperature is not too hot or not too cold. It's going to be miserable. It's summer up here. That's fine. See you next time.